Hello, we're back. We're cooking more things because what else do you do in quarantine besides cook things and eat things and then clean up your mess and cook some more things? So we are going to make some sweet potato fries because I was given this bag of sweet potatoes from a friend. I have never actually had sweet potato fries that I really, really love. And so I figure I'm going to try and make some and see if it's just that I've had bad ones or if it's that I don't actually like sweet potato fries. I do like sweet potatoes, so hopefully I can figure this out so that I like fries, because I like fries. So we're going to peel these sweet potatoes. I've started with these ones here. So I've got these two peeled already, and then I'm just going to keep peeling these until these are all peeled. And then we're going to cut them up into strips. So we'll be back when I'm done peeling. Welcome back. We're going to continue with our sweet potato fries. Donovan's making himself lunch behind me. That's fine. That's real life because we're all here together in quarantine. So I peeled my potatoes, and as you can see, these potatoes are going to roll around if I try and chop them. So I have just sliced a little tiny bit off of the bottom here. You can see I've taken this little piece off the side. Your cameraman can eat that if he really loves raw sweet potatoes, but that way we can just put the potato down like this and it's not going to roll around on us. Then we're going to cut these into chunks about as wide as you want your fries. So I want these to get nice and crispy because I like a crispy fry, so I'm not going to cut them super, super thick, but it depends on how you like your fries. So again, we're gonna leave these over here for now, so I'm going to do another one. So you're going to just take a little bit off the bottom to make a nice flat surface, and then you're going to cut them into chunks as wide as you want your fries, just like that. And then from here, we're going to take them and we're going to take each of these pieces and we're going to cut them into strips for the fries, like so. We're just going to keep doing that. Oh, that one I didn't get quite even, so that one's going to go over there. Well, we'll just make that an extra crispy fry. That's fine. So we're just going to cut all of these up into strips, and we're trying to get them even so that they all cook evenly. So we're going to put some oil into our bowl. It's about 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to put what's left of this in here because that's what I've got, and then I can recycle that. So I have to rinse that. Shh, recycle police, don't get angry at me for not rinsing that. We'll go back and do that. All right, and then we're going to toss with some seasonings. 1 equal parts salt, garlic, paprika, and then a ½ teaspoon of pepper. So we're going to do this over here because this just has a pour thing. Like that. Whoop! Good thing I did that over there, not in the bowl. That would have been super peppery. So we're just going to kind of mix that all together, and we're going to toss that over our fries after we've put them in the oil. So we're going to finish cooking all of, cutting up all of these. We're going to put them in our oil. We're just going to zhuzh them around. And then we're going to put them on a baking sheet. But right now, I'm going to take my baking sheet. And while I'm finishing chopping all of this up, I'm actually going to put this in my oven. My oven is already preheated, but I'm going to put this in there now so that the baking sheet is super hot. When I put the fries onto them, it helps them crisp up better. So I'm going to stick this in the oven now. Let that start to get hot while I finish chopping up my fries, and we'll be back. All right, so we're gonna take these, they're all chopped up. We're gonna put them in our oil. Our pan is behind us getting nice and hot, so that's exciting. And we're gonna just toss these around, get rid of that. We're gonna toss those around in the oil, get them nice and all oily together. Toss, 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 toss. All right, once the oil's all over all of them, and you can see they're mostly the same, sort of. Some will get crispier, some won't. That's why you need 2 people to eat fries together, so one person can eat the soggier fries and the other person can have all the good crispy ones. It's really preferable if you have a spouse or a friend who likes the opposite thing that you do, which is why I have my husband, because he lets me have all the crispy ones. All right, then we're gonna take all of our seasoning, we're gonna just put it all in here, and then we're gonna toss these around with all of that. We're gonna toss all of those, get all of that seasoning all over there. Awesome. Okay, so you can see it's all over all of the fries, which is good, what we want. We want it to all be coated with all the seasoning and all be coated with all the oil. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh, so good. See, I like the idea of sweet potato fries. I really, really do. All right, so come over here. We're gonna put these in the oven. So I have a piece of parchment paper. So I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna very carefully put that parchment paper on there because that's gonna help with the crisping too. and with them not sticking. Not a fan of cleaning up pans if I don't have to. Then we're gonna take these, we're gonna put them all over here. Get that all out. We're gonna just push them around. Try and get them on an even layer. Good. Good, 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 good. And we're gonna push that in there. And we're gonna let that cook for about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna flip over all the fries, and let them cook for another 10 until they're nice and crispy, however you want them. The oven's at 400 degrees, and we'll be back. Okay, so our sweet potato fries are in the oven, and now we're gonna make a comeback sauce to dip them in. And comeback sauce is a southern thing that I just discovered last week, maybe a week and a half ago, and we've already gone through a whole batch of it in our house. We have dipped vegetables in it, fried pickles in it, fried zucchini in it, chips in it. I put it on some tacos. Just, it's amazing, and everybody should just have this in their fridge all the time. So we're gonna add all of this together into a bowl, and we're gonna mix it up, and then we're gonna stick it in the fridge until our fries are done. So we're gonna start with the mayonnaise. It's mostly mayonnaise. If you have a problem with fattening sauces to dip semi-quasi vegetables in, this probably is not for you. So we're gonna do a cup of mayonnaise. That's gonna be the start to our sauce. I know, it's like so many scoops. It's okay. It's okay. It's the quarantine poundage that we're all gonna gain, and that's fine. I had a friend call it the COVID-19 instead of the freshman 15, which I thought was great. So, a couple teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Oh, my cameraman is telling me this needs to be shaken. It's the James Bond of condiments. Shaken. Okay, so this is 2 teaspoons. So I'm actually going to just use my tablespoon and eyeball this. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. So we're going to do 2 teaspoons, so about like that. That seems good. That seems fine. And then we're going to add all of our dry spices. And when you come back, I'll be mixing it all together. We have everything in our bowl except for our lemon. So the lemon, it's about a teaspoon, but I'm just gonna kind of squeeze this into my hand and let it go in there until it's about right. That looks about right. Make sure we don't get any seeds in there. Also, I discovered this amazing thing while I was doing this. Look, it opens up like that too, so you can put the thing in there. So that's great. Good job, McCormick. All right, so we are going to stir this all up. Get it all in there, get it all stirred. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, I haven't put the hot sauce in. Put the hot sauce in. So you can use your favorite hot sauce. I don't happen to have a favorite hot sauce. I am a big, giant wuss. But my husband likes Tapatio, so that's what we're gonna use. I'm sure that all of you Southerners are looking at this one tiny little teaspoon and going, put some heat into that sauce. They don't come back if it's not hot. But it's fine. I already got my husband. He's here. He's with me. He's on the camera, so he's not going anywhere. Okay, so we got that all stirred up. Then we're going to put this in the fridge, and we're going to just let it mellow out all together. All the flavors haven't gotten to know each other super well yet, which is really important. When you put a bunch of things in a bowl, they all need, it's like a, you know those icebreaker games that they play at weird company gatherings? That's what this is. You got to like let them all be in there for a while before they all get to know each other. Okay. We'll come back in a minute. All right, our fries have been in here another 10 minutes, and then another 5 minutes. The recipe said 15 and then 10, and I've done 15 and then 10 and now 5. And I have just checked them again, and they're still not crispy like I want them to. They're just not. I mean, they smell delicious, and they look good, and they're like soft, but I want them to be a little crispy, which maybe you just can't do crispy fries in the oven. Maybe it just, like, my wholehearted belief is that if you want something fried texture, you have to fry it. But, you know, I'm trying to pare back on my fried foods. So I'm going to turn the oven on to broil. And we're just going to see if maybe I can broil it for a couple of minutes and get a little bit of a crispy texture. So that's what we're going to do now. All right. Look, I'm clapping with oven mitts on. We're going to check and see if this broiling has worked. I can smell them now. Ooh, I can hear them. Yes! Look! Crispy edges. Crispy edges. Exciting. Very exciting. All right. So we're gonna take this out and we're gonna bring it over here. I'm gonna just set that right there. I'm so excited. Oh, probably should keep that because I'm gonna grab a hold of this pan. I know I will. All right, I was gonna try and do something fancy like this with a little parchment paper in there, but who am I kidding? I'm not that kind of a girl. I'm just gonna pile them high on this plate and we're just going to eat them. So we're gonna take these off like this. See, even though I had them into broil, they're not as crispy as I want them. This is my whole issue with sweet potato fries, but it's okay. We're just gonna do our best here. I'm sure they're gonna taste delicious. Okay, so we're gonna take this, dip that in our comeback sauce. Seasoning is super good. And the texture are all soft on the inside, which is great, which is what I want. Woo! That's so good. This is so good. Yeah, so they're good. I have a feeling they're gonna crisp up a little bit more as they get just slightly cooler. And they do have like the crispy ends. So I would highly recommend cranking that up to broil for the last little bit if you like them. Oop, double dipped. That's okay, because I'm the only one gonna eat it. Or my husband, he doesn't care. Pretty much exactly the same as all of the ones that I've had at restaurants. Those seasonings are great. They're nice and tender. Yeah, those are good. I can get on board with this. So good.